Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news update and information with a video on the 2024 Ford F-150. We are working our way through our complete guide video series. We're covering all the standard equipment plus the different optional equipment on each of the different trim levels, and we have come to the STX trim level. Yes, STX is its own trim level for this year, no longer packaged based off the XL. And there's some options here for the STX trim level. So we're really liking this. Looking forward to this, a new trim for this year. So we're going to be covering all that equipment, all the standard equipment first. There's a couple different equipment groups. The standard equipment group, 200A, and then there's another equipment group we're going to talk about, as well as different packages and standalone options in this one video. So make sure that if you like these videos, you're going to like some of our other videos. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well. And 2024 order banks are open up right now for the F-150, so you can place your order with your local dealer. We'll give you some tips on exactly what you might want to think about doing when you put that order in with that dealer here at the end of the video. Use the timestamps down below, so move around in the video as well as in the conclusion. There's a timestamp for the conclusion and helpful tips, as well as we're doing a YouTube special if you want to order with us. More information about that at the end of the video. So let's dive in. We're going to start with some of the mechanical features for this, and we are going to use Ford's build and price for this. So let's go ahead and dive over and look at that real quick. Here we go. So if you go to Ford.com, you're going to see something similar to what you're seeing here. You can click right into this, but at some point, this probably is not going to no longer be the very first image they have. They revolved this. So if you just go to vehicles, go to trucks and vans, and then go to F-150, then it'll pull up. There we go. It rebuilds it. Now here's where it is. But the other day, it was actually down under here. So it moves around, but look for that build and price icon there. And actually, that's 23. So we do want to change our vehicle here. And we want to, oops, not quite what I wanted. We'll redo this. So go to F-150. It says preview the 24 F-150, but we can build and price it. So that's what I was looking for. So there's where that's located down there. And we have to click this acknowledge. So in here, we are talking about the STX trim. We did a video already on the XL trim, so check that one out. That one starts at $36,570. This STX starts at $43,895 before we add any kind of bed configurations and such. Regular cab is only available in the XL trim. So in the STX trim, we can see it's available in the Super Cab as well as in the Super Crew. It's available in either one of those. Now, for the STX here on the configurations on that. So Super Cab is available in either two-wheel drive or 4x4 and only available in the 6.5-foot bed, whereas the Super Crew, whether it be two-wheel drive or 4x4, is only available also in only the 5.5-foot bed. So keep that in mind. If you try to select Super Cab 8-foot bed, there is no configurations at all. But if we go in the 6.5, you can see the STX is still there, as well as if we look at the Super Crew configuration, 6.5-foot bed, you'll notice STX is not there. So if you're wanting that, you're going to need to go to a different trim level. But if you go 5.5-foot bed, it is there. So we're going to actually use that. We're going to start our build here. Now with this in here, the standard engine on this is going to be the 2.7 liter V6 EcoBoost engine. So let's go to powertrain. So that is the standard engine. We do have an option. We'll get into optional equipment a little bit for another engine option, as well as, again, we mentioned two-wheel drive, 4x4, Super Crew, or Super Cab, but in both situations, they are only the short bed. The electronic 10-speed automatic transmission is going to be the only transmission available, whether it be the 2.7 or the 5.0. You will have the select shift automatic transmission with the progressive range select. All your 4x4s will have the electronic shift on the fly with the neutral tow capabilities for that. And if you're on a two-wheel drive, your selectable drive modes is your normal, eco, sport, tow haul, slippery, and trail mode. All your 4x4s, that trail mode gets replaced with a deep snow sand as well as a mud rut mode. So get a couple extra ones for the 4x4s. Fully boxed steel frame on this one here. Of course, aluminum body alloy as well. Your front independent front suspension axle there. Fail-safe cooling system is going to be with this. I help cool that engine down. Electric parking brake with auto hold. Hill start assist. It's going to help you, if you're on that hill, take off without it rolling back. As well as you do have front stabilizer bar, as well as for your shocks. You have gas shocks front and rear Front ones are just a heavy-duty front shock. In the rear, you're going to have outboard mounted shocks outside of those springs. Front coil springs, rear leaf springs, and the back there. And then, of course, your power steering is a power rack and pinion steering as well. So that's all of our mechanical features I want to talk about. There's some other things we'll talk about as we go into some of the other features. But we wanted to put those in together. Now let's talk about some safety features, and these are all the same safety features that we did see in the XL trim. So if you watch that, now is where you can use that timestamp to move forward to the exterior features. Those that are watching this and only plan to watch this video, let's get into some of the safety features. For the airbags, driver and passenger front dual stage airbag deploys a different size airbag, depends on how close to the front of the vehicle you are. There is sensors underneath the seats that dictates that. Driver and front passenger seat mounted side impact airbag. So if you're going to have that side collision, it's kind of like the seat here. It's going to deploy that airbag, help protect you. Safety canopy, a side curtain airbag as well. That's going to deploy down from the roof line with a rollover sensor that deploys that to help from any injuring from breaking glass or sheet metal coming inside the vehicle, and kind of protecting that in a nice little pillow around you. So also we do have advanced track with roll stability control. So it does have also curve control. The whole goal is to keep you on your intended path. So if you're in a slick driving situation or maybe going that curve a little too fast, it's going to help keep you on your intended path using a series of brakes around the vehicle in milliseconds. Now, speaking of collisions and such and accidents, we have pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, includes pedestrian detection, forward collision warning, and dynamic brake support. So the warning is going to let you know if there's someone going slower than you and at the current speed you would hit them. It's going to alert you and let you know that. It's going to put a flash of red screen or red image on your productivity screen, I should say, series of tones as well. You need to stop, preloads the brakes so that when you realize that, hit that brake, you're going to brake even faster. Speaking of braking, you will have post-collision braking as well. So if maybe you forget to put it in park or something, you're in that collision, or maybe you're unconscious, then it's going to brake the vehicle. We do have SOS post-crash alert system. So if you are in an accident off the side of the road, it's going to honk the horns, flash the lights, and let you know that someone needs to come to your safety. We do have lane keeping system, and I'll kind of throw this in here as a safety feature. But lane keeping system helps you keep you in your lane. There's a lane keeping system, alert system, an aid system, and a driver alert system. So the driver alert system is going to do is if you take your hands off the steering wheel too often, it's going to alert you and let you know that. By the way, you can activate and deactivate this if you want to. Also, you have lane keeping, alert, and aid. So the alert system will allow you to leave your lane, but when you cross over that line, it's going to vibrate the steering wheel so you know you've left your lane. The aid system will help try to keep you in your lane. So if as long as you can see those lines, it gets over, it'll kind of bring you in your lane. Now, you can use those together. Usually in their setting, it'll say either alert, aid, or both. If you use them both together, the steering wheel will vibrate when you get over to that line, but still try to keep you in your lane. We also do have perimeter alarm. That's going to, when you lock the vehicle up, that's going to set that alarm. So if, the shaking of the vehicle or something like that, then it's going to go ahead and set that alarm off, honk the horns, flash the lights, and everything. Also, we do have secure lock, passive, and the theft system. So it basically means that if someone, only the coded key can start the vehicle, which is a nice feature to have. We also do have stolen vehicle services, and this is a one-year plan. So this is new for Ford. So basically means if somebody steals the vehicle, you're going to have some services there. Okay, let's go ahead and start talking about some exterior features here. I switched colors on this vehicle just to have a good idea how that grille looks. But this on the exterior, we do have this nice grille. And SDX has always had a nice different grille, but you're going to see what they call coast-to-coast grille. It is black inserts, as you can see in here, and then the out around is like a dark gray to it. So a nice, real cool look to it. We do have body-colored bumpers as well as the front fascia, which is this. You can see where that breaks. That's this part right here. Is the front fascia and body-colored bumper. So it looks really cool. We do have front tow hooks on the 4x4s. They'll have black tow hooks up there. We have LED reflector headlights or standard equipment on all F-150s. And that's nice. Normally you had to go up to Lariat trim last year to get LED reflector headlights. Now in the standard equipment on this. LED fog lights as well with the LED corner lights as well. So actually, I don't know about the quartering lamps. Actually, I don't know if that's not correct. So something I need to update on my list here. So we do have LED fog lights and, of course, pretty good look here too. So pretty nice there. So now moving around to the Oh, before we get to that, let's talk about the headlights. We do have automatic headlights. They'll come on automatic when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light if you had an auto setting. Also, rain lamps. So if you turn your wipers on, the headlights will come on. So that's part of that. And then we also do have daytime running lights. They can be configured to be on or off in a cluster, as well as auto high beams. So automatic auto high beams, a lot like your automatic headlights. When it's dark enough outside, turns those high beams on. If you're in the city lights or someone approaches you, it shuts them off. Now, that's a feature you can activate and deactivate along with your daytime running lights in a lighting section of your vehicle settings screens there. We also do have for the over here on the side, we have the 20-inch dark gray wheel here with the machine aluminum finish here. So pretty cool look. So 20-inch, whether you're two-wheel drive or 4x4. We also have a 275/60 R20 all-season tire for the two-wheel drive and an all-terrain for the 4x4. Tire pressure monitoring system as well, four-wheel disc brakes with ABS as well. And you have a special badging over here for the F-150 STX, and it is saying it with a electric lime accent in the order guide. Did not see one of these at the reveal, the F-150 reveal. We were there, and if I did, I didn't notice it, but pretty cool. Hopefully, does have a nice accent and a little bit different. Also, we do have for the mirrors our manual fold mirror, power and heat glass, and we do have the black skull caps on this here as well. So that's that molded in black, as well as your door handles are going to be that same material as well on the side. On the mirrors, though, we do have Bliss with cross traffic alert standard equipment on all F-150s, including the STX. So blind spot monitoring system. If there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. Also, as you're backing up, cross traffic alert. It's going to monitor someone crosses your path behind you, series of tones that you need to stop. Productivity screen flashes red as well. And then on your backup camera, it's going to show you what direction they're coming from or coming across from. So that's pretty cool. And then also easy fuel capless filler door. So no cap to worry about, lean behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. For the fuel tank, it is going to be standard 36-gallon fuel tank on all Super Cab and Super Cruise. 36-gallon standard equipment. You don't have to pay extra for that. It's going to be included in that price. So, and then an STX bedside decal, which is not actually showing it on here, but should have an STX decal on the side as well. So pretty cool look there to it. Now on the back, we do have on the back of the top cargo area or cargo lamp. So integrated with the center high mounted stoplight as well up there. I like to call it third brake light. You have a rear window with electronic defrost and rear privacy glass. So it'll be privacy glass here as well as the side windows too. And then the rear bumper is going to be body colored as well. You do see reverse sensing system, so rear view camera and reverse sensing standard equipment on these, so you can be able to see behind you and get alert if you get too close to anything. If you don't pay attention to that, you're backing up and alerts you and says there's something back there. When it gets close enough, it's going to brake the vehicle. Reverse brake assist standard equipment on this. Pretty cool. Also, we do have the Class 4 trailer tow hitch as standard equipment with a smart trailer tow connector and 7-pin and 4-pin wiring. Standard equipment, you can kind of see it down here on all F-150s now, not just STX. Trailer sway control as well. You get a single exhaust tip that's kind of coming out over here on the side. We do have a spare tire underneath with a spare tire carrier that's underneath the vehicle. You'd use this little opening over here to lower that down. Lower that is going to be a full-size spare and wheel. Your jack should be located behind the back seat on the passenger side. It's usually where they're located. Don't think they moved that any. We do have the tailgate lock that is a power lock, so it goes along with the doors. So you lock the doors, locks the tailgate, which is a really nice feature to have. We do have tailgate lift assist as well. It's going to make it like super light for you, so you can close that. We do have a yeah, I think that's it. I think this other one I need to take off my notes. All right. And then inside we have 4 hooks, tie-down hooks inside the bed. And that actually a new updated bed. If you haven't checked out the video I did on it, it's similar to the flex bed from the Maverick. Some certain little grooves in the vehicle to help, divide that up. And you make up your own things to put in there to help divide it. 2x4s, 2x6s, 2x8s in there. Also, you're going to have 2 bed storage boxes on the, they're going to be one on both sides. So that's pretty nice. Unless you upgrade for Pro Power on board on the driver's side, then it would be switched out. But otherwise, you'll have 2 of those little storage boxes. You can turn those. You can put things down in there. kind of nice. Store some things there if you want to. Zone lighting as well is going to be standard equipment. That's going to light up the side of the vehicle on each side, front and back. So it's going to use those LED headlights, tail lights, and backup lights to light up the vehicle all the way around. Zone lighting, standard equipment on STX. Crazy, crazy. Now let's move to the interior here. On the inside, we do have scuff plates, driver and front passenger on the doors. As you get inside there, we do also have an illuminated entry too. Fade to off interior lighting as well. So it's going to fade down once you get started and get going. But pretty cool on how that all works. Illuminated entry means it'll light up here. Don't know about the footwells. I think just illuminates up there so you can see inside. We have carpeted flooring with carpeted mats, standard equipment in this. We do have unique sport cloth seats. You'll notice also 40 bucket seats with a console. So flow through console here, just like in the STX appearance package last year. That's kind of the configuration it did receive. Now you're going to have a 60/40 split bench seat for the rear seat back there, whether it's Super Cab or Super Crew. Super Crew will get a longer, or I should say a deeper cushion on the bottom there that can fold up as well. So there you go. And then also, let's talk about the controls on the seats here. For the front seat, we do have two-way. It says two-way manual driver and passenger. There's a lever in there that allows it to go forward and back. And technically, it's a four-way because there's a manual control here that allows for the backrest to go forward and back. So technically, I don't know why they said two-way. It's four-way. Manual lumbar for the driver and front passenger as well. You can see that right there. And then on the back of the seat backs, there are mat pockets. So there's some pockets on the back of those as well. Some two smart USB ports on the back down on the console for that as well, for those to be able to charge their devices in the back seat that are sitting back there. Now for the windows, we have power windows, front and rear. Of course, whether it be Super Cab or Super Crew, they'll have power windows in the back. One touch up and down feature for the driver and front passenger windows, which means that you just hard press it down or pulling it up, and it's going to automatically go up or down. You don't have to hold it the whole time, which is really nice there. So, let's see, power door locks. You do have power windows in the back as well for those, whether it be Super Cab or Super Crew too. Power door locks with the flip key. So you do have that. You can unlock and lock it with that remote, and then it has a flip key. So it will be a keyed start for this. Steering wheel is going to be a black urethane steering wheel, manual tilt and telescoping with the manual lock. Just pull the lever underneath and go up and down, forward and back for you. And then we do have audio controls on the steering wheel as well as cruise control. Cruise control is standard equipment on all of your trucks. You'll notice this is correct. 12-inch productivity screen in the instrument cluster. That is standard on all F-150s. So they're making it very simple to be able to get these supplies and work with them to get dual 12-inch screens there. As you can see, 12-inch productivity screen and 12-inch center stack screen, which we'll get more into that. On that cluster, you'll have a compass display, outside temperature, all your gauges for fuel, oil pressure, transmission, temperature, engine coolant, all those in there. Of course, your speedometer, odometer, tachometer, and everything else like that too. We do have single zone manual climate control. So everybody in there is going to have the same climate, but electronically controlled there. We do have AM, FM stereo with 6 speakers for this. So, yep, 6 speakers, standard equipment. Sync 4, 12-inch touchscreen, as we can see right there. Also, we do have wireless phone connection, cloud-connected services. We do have App Link with App Catalog, 911 Assist as well. Allows you to call 911 directly using that. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto as well. Digital owner's manual too. That's come included. We do also get connected navigation, 1-year service, standard equipment. You can see the navigation on there. So even STX gets connected navigation. And then up here, we do have a rear view mirror here with a day-night. So there's a lever. So cars come with those bright lights. You can flip it down so they don't blind you back there. Visors for up here as well. My notes are a little bobbled whether or not you get any kind of mirror or anything like that. But one of them gets a mirror, probably the passenger side up there. And then we do have USB ports down in here. So you can kind of see there's some USB ports there. There's 2 of them for up there. PowerPoint as well. Auxiliary jack input as well. And then Ford Pass Connect as well. It is now a 5G Ford Pass Connect. It allows you to connect 10 different devices to that for internet and such. Also, you get the app service. So Ford Pass app, you download it. You can connect your vehicle in, locate for your vehicle anywhere you're at. You can locate it. You can see the fuel pressure or the fuel you have in it, tire pressure that's in your tires, as well as you can unlock your vehicle from anywhere, remote start your vehicle, and even schedule remote start times for your vehicle all through that app. Now, let's talk about colors for a second, and I want to get my notes. I want to make sure that build and price is completely updated. Let's go to exterior here so you can see that. So we do have a gate black. Let's just double check my notes here. A gate black is available for this and both equipment groups. We have Atlas blue also available. We have carbonized gray available. Iconic silver available. There's Oxford white that's available. Avalanche as well. And Rapid Red Tinted Clear Coat, that is an extra $500 and does require you to go to the upgraded black appearance package to get that color. So that's the only one that is not available on the others. But there you go. We'll go back to our Atlas Blue where we started. So there you go. Those are all available. And actually doesn't have it in my notes here that has to go to that. But pretty interesting. So there you go. Yeah. So all right, there's our colors and for us. And now let's get into some different equipment groups here. So go to packages here. You can see what we've talked about so far is the standard 200A equipment group. There is a 201A equipment group, and that's the FX4, basically FX4 package configuration. So 2180 for that. Let me find my notes here and go over this. So this package here, let's go ahead and click into that. And it gives you a lot of features for 2180 here. So the biggest thing is we're going to go to an 18-inch wheel instead of that 20. So 18-inch black painted aluminum wheel, because usually when you go off-roading, you want a smaller wheel, more tire, right? So it's going to go to that route, and it's going to go with an LT 265/70/18 all-terrain tire. Again, this does require 4x4. Don't forget that. Doesn't mention it in here, but does require a 4x4 for this FX4 package. We do have dual exhaust with black tips. That's pretty cool as well. So it gives that nice look. Your bumpers front and rear are going to be black now. So that is something on here. Is it even mentioned? Does not even mention in there. And then we do have 6-inch black running boards. We're going to go ahead and add this so we can kind of see what that's going to look like. 6-inch black running boards on the side. Does require us to go 4x4, of course. So that's going to be included as well. You have an STX badge in the fender vent. We mentioned that already. FX4 decal on the box that will go instead of your STX. Now, depending on what engine you have, you're going to have a different electronic locking gear ratio. So 355 for the 2.7 or 331 for the 5.0 liter engine. Off-road tuned front shocks, it says in here. Monotube rear shocks. Monotube rear shocks, skid plates that'll help protect the fuel tank, transfer case, and front differential, and you're going to get floor liners without the carpet mats. So you will not get carpet mats, but you get the floor liners instead. So we're going to we added that. I want to see what it looks like. There we go. So black bumpers in here. So building price doesn't show that, but as you can see, it does change that to the black bumpers front and rear, and those black alloys as well right there. So not a bad little look there. Looks like your decal is going to be black as well. And I think it's going to change your front decal to black. And I think that's what it mentions STX badge in the fender vent, but it doesn't mention that it's also black. So there you go. Pretty cool look. And actually, it looks like the grill is instead of a gray. It almost looks like it changes the grill, but it doesn't mention that in here. So there you go. That is available with that equipment group. We are actually going to go back to that and switch back so that we can make sure we get all these other packages. There we go. All right, so that is an equipment group. Its own equipment group. It's not a package, which surprises me that they just don't make it a package, but it's its own equipment group for this year. Now, FX4 appearance or FX4 package is not available with your STX and black appearance package. We want to talk about next. That package is $1485, and so let me actually select that just to make sure building price is right here. Right. And if we select that and then try to select the black appearance package, it'll probably tell us we need to kick off of that. There you go. It does say you need to switch from that. So we're going to do that. And the black appearance package is not available in certain colors. So let's talk about that for a second because it doesn't. Actually, it's saying in here they're all available. So evidently the bill and price is not up to date. So I'm showing that this is available on all of them. So anyway, all right. So let's talk about this black appearance package for a second. Click in here and go over this. It doesn't show an image there, but we are going to get upgraded in here with this package. Hold on. Where's my notes? Give me just a second here. All right. There you go. STX black appearance package. You are going to get the 6-inch black running boards, similar to the FX4, 20-inch black gloss black wheels. So this is why it's not available with the FX4 here. You also get black exterior badging on the vehicle, similar to what we did see on the FX4. And you also going to get the box-side decal that's going to say 4x4 on it, or only the 4x4s will have the box side decal that says SDX 4x4, I assume. So there you go. Black appearance package. It doesn't change out the bumpers though. So if you want, let's say you don't like the FX4 or something, you can go with this instead and get the 20-inch black wheels like we do see on the FX4, but in 20-inch, of course. And then also you get the body colored bumpers still with the black running board. So there you go. So see what that looks like. You can see that. So you're still getting that look. So I'm surprised it's not available. See what colors it's saying it's available. It's saying it's available in carbonized gray, but for some reason not on the Atlas blue. So, but my order guide says you can get that with the Atlas blue. So I'm not sure which is correct. Usually the order guide is correct. Silver is available with that package. Oxford white's available. Avalanche is available. And then and that's available. So I think that's a correction with that there. So there you go. That package there is available for you. A couple other packages. Go back down to the packages I want to cover real quickly, and we're going to uncheck this right now. We do have the mobile office package, which was also available in XL trim. So this package here allows you, it's going to give you some nice features. First of all, you're going to see that work surface. So it's going to be able to fold down that work surface. The console will fold and actually it's going to fold down in anyway, but you're going to get the work surface there. You're also going to get 400-watt outlets in the cab as well as in the bed. This is where you get that one in the bed, is with this this package back there. Thinking there's some other things in here. Yep. So I guess just those two things. So you get your outlets in there, as well as just you can see the mobile work surface that folds that down. Now, the other package that I want to talk about is the tow haul package. This package is $785 for this package and gives you some great features. As you can see there, it gives you the integrated trailer brake controller here. Also gives you the electronic locking gear ratio, kind of like the FX4. You get this 355. Actually looks like 373 for the 5.0 liter engine. And I forgot to mention, this is not available. This package is not available with the 2.7 liter engine. So it does require to go to 5.0 liter engine, and then you'll get the 373 electronic locking, integrated trailer brake controller as well. So you can be able to brake that. You can kind of see it right there. It's also included upgraded rear bumper as well as part of this. So you're going to get all those features with this here. So pretty cool little package here. So there you go. So all included for this. And I think that's it. So there you go. That tow haul package is kind of new for this year. It's taken over for the tow and the max trailer tow package, getting you both of those. So there you go. All right, so now we're going to start talking about some optional equipment. And first thing I'd like to talk about is the gear ratios when it comes to different options. You can see there's some prices besides some of these, which means that's available for you to upgrade to those. So let's first go over what's standard equipment on these. Now, these are not based on the trim level, but based on the engine and your drivetrain and your wheelbase. So let's talk about some of these wheelbases. So now your 145-inch wheelbase would be your Super Crew with the 5.5-foot bed, which is also the Super Cab 6.5-foot bed as well. So that's the same configuration. So the 2.7 two-wheel drive as well as 4x4 will get the 355 non-limitless sub axle. That's standard equipment. So with those configurations, you can have two options. As you can see here, the 355 e-locker, or you have the 373 electronic locking gear ratio as well. So those are two options with that engine. Now, if you do go to the 5.0 liter V8 engine with a 145-inch wheelbase, which is what we're really looking at for all STXs, two-wheel drive is going to get a 315 non-limit slip rear axle, whereas the 4x4s will get a 331. Now, both of those can be optioned up to a 331 electronic locking if you want, or a 373 electronic locking. And if you go to tow haul mode, you'll get the 373 electronic locking. So that's included with that package, as well as those other gear ratios are coming with those other packages as well. If you get some of the FX4 off-road package and such, so there's a different gear ratio upgrades there. Now let's get into talking about some of the exterior features. These wheels, none of them are a standalone option. They're all part of a different package or equipment group, as we mentioned earlier. Now, some of these we're going to talk about. I'll tell you I'm going to give you some helpful tips on what could make yours take longer to get built. Now, all F-150s should get built pretty fast, but there are some of these with accessories that could prolong it getting scheduled. So I encourage you to maybe get those through Ford Accessories, install them yourself, or have your dealer install them. So, and the first 5 here would be that case, and that is the aluminum crossbed toolbox. There is a matte black finish and a bright. They're both $950 here, but again, those could hold up your build here. So keep that in mind. I am taking notes here because there's some of these that are missing off the build and price. So we're going to make sure we get you guys all the stuff that's on the order guide that should be orderable with your vehicle. Now, tonneau cover, pickup box cover, soft folding. That's $590. There's a hard folding that's $1,200, or a retractable that's $2,200. Again, all those could hold up your build, not because they can't get the parts. It's because it takes longer for them to get built with those on there. So because somebody's actually installing these. So have your dealership install it instead. Could save you some time that way. Or install it yourself. We actually have a video on a Maverick. We installed it in about 30 minutes. So it doesn't take too long for even one person to do. And we do have a bed liner. The plastic drop-in liner is $350. That shouldn't hold up your build, but real easy for your dealership to do if you want to not have that take that chance. We have the tough bed spray-in bed liner is $595, which looks really cool. This shouldn't hold up your build. They're getting those done much faster, and most of the plants that they've been making those at are up to speed on those, and they should be able to not have any issues with that. But they are a Ford accessory that could be done later. So just something to keep in mind on that. We do have the bed mat that's removable. That is a dealer installed option, which means Ford will send it to the dealer and the dealership will install it. It's $215 for that. But that bed mat is something that you can add to the vehicle. Again, dealer installed option. So we do have the illuminated Ford logo badge. That's on the front. $410 for this. There's no images on any of these yet, folks. So sorry. $410 for that. And that's they noticed last year that was available through Ford Accessories. A lot of people were liking that, installing that. So now they've made it an option, and this does become a dealer installed option. The dealer would install it for you. But if you want that put on there, it's pretty cool. So we do illuminates that the Ford oval at the front. So window air deflector on the side. So that's going to come up here on the side of the doors. That is $150, and that is also a dealer installed option. So the dealership would install that for you when it gets there. Wheel well liner is not listed on the order guide. So I don't know if they pulled that over from last year, forgot to take it off, and just copied everything over, but that is not on the order guide. So if your dealer says they can't order it, that's correct. So anyway, so I'm not sure why that's on there. We do have the retractable rear center step. Wasn't available in XL, so I thought this was an error for the STX as well, but is on the order guide for STX $430, and that is a step that comes on the rear bumper back here. So if you want to be able to step on that to get inside, it does say rear center step. So it's going to be here on the back. So this one doesn't have the availability for the Pro Access tailgate. You got to go up to lariat trim, I believe, and above. But you can still get that step if you just want to be able to step up and get something out of the bed without having to open the bed itself. So that is, I want to see if that's a dealer installed option. Okay, that is actually going to be installed at the factory for you. And then we have, moving down, we do have the engine block heater, $90. And we're looking for ones with prices. These others are part of different packages. For you to get those selected, you would need to select that package. Off-road tune shocks, such like that, right? So, so there you go. Engine block heater, that is a factory installed option. So if you are, in a cold weather state, you want that installed, it'll put that in that plug in the grill area or in the front fascia, somewhere under there. We do have front and rear molded splash guards without the wheel lip molding. It's $205. So that one there, that is a dealer installed option as well. If you want to get that. Let's see, where's that at located? All right. Yeah, it's a dealer installed option. Just got to find it here. So the dealership would install that for you. So that shouldn't hold up your build. When you see that done at the factory, that's what holds up builds. So anyway, so that shouldn't take too long for that. And again, it's a dealer installed option. The wheel lock kit, that you can change out one of the lug nuts for those. And by the way, Ford, these need to be black. If you got a black wheel, don't go with the chrome lug nuts. Go with black. That's just my opinion. And some of you may not agree with me, and that's why we have opinions, right? So that's fine. But I think you should have an option, and maybe that's what this option is to go with the black. Let's select it and see if it changes that. They probably weren't thinking of that anyway, but and that might actually change it to the black ones. Let me look on my notes here, but those are a dealer installed option either way. And maybe that's what that option is. Don't know. Anyway, we do have the paint protective film, and that is a plastic film goes on the hood, fenders, and such like that. That typically will hold up your build because that is a Ford accessory, but they put it on at the plant. And again, that's just like with the bed covers. It goes somewhere else to have that stuff put on. Moving on down, we do have the LED side view mirror spotlights. I think that was brought over from last year. Although there was an STX available last year, because this is not on the order guide anywhere. I couldn't find it. So yeah, I'm not sure about that. You may not be able to order those. Again, not on the order guide. We do have this upgraded mirror. So if you want the tow mirrors, trailer tow mirrors, wider mirrors, it's going to be manual folding, power glass, and heat. Also will have turn signal. It's $395 to upgrade to that. That is a factory installed option. If you're wanting to get those trailer tow mirrors, make sure you add it to your build. Moving on down, we do have a roadside assistance kit. It's going to come with some things. You also have first aid kit with the Ford logo. Both of those are available easily through Ford Accessories. Really doesn't include an install in any. They're actually calling these a dealer installed option just because the dealership, it'll come to the dealer and they have to put everything in the bag. That's it. Moving down, floor liners, the tray-like ones, including the carpeted mats, is $200. We know FX4 comes with the floor liners without the mats. There you go. That's why this is down here. So floor liners, that is actually going to be a dealer installed option. So actually, wait, no, that's going to be a Ford option. They'll come with the vehicle when it's shipped to the dealer. So moving down, we have integrated trailer brake controller. So let's say you don't want that tow haul mode, but you want integrated trailer brake controller. Then you can go this route, and then it's $275 for that, and that is the factory installed option. They'll put it on your vehicle. Ash cup with the lighter, or just a coin holder. You can see the prices on those. That's going to go in that console, so you can put it in there. These are also a dealer installed option, right? I think it's a dealer installed option. Yeah, and then they'll just put it in your vehicle when it comes in for you. So we do have an in-vehicle safe by Console Vault, $400. Some people might want to get this. This is also a dealer installed option. The dealership will put on in the vehicle for you. Sometimes, some people may not be able to figure that out. I've heard they're pretty easy to install, but this is a situation where anytime it's a dealer installed option, shouldn't hold up your build, but I would try to keep that to a minimum. The more of those you put on there, the more they have to have those supplies for all of those before selecting your vehicle for scheduling for production. So that could cause it to take a little bit longer. So just try to keep them to a minimum. Some of these things are available through Ford Accessories that you think you can install yourself. Just get them that way, and you can even get them before the vehicle gets there. Now, some things that Ford does not have on the build and price that is also available as standalone options. One of them is a front license plate bracket. So if you live in a state that requires a front license plate, it's standard equipment. But states like Kansas, where it's not required, it's a standalone option. So you want to make sure you pick that. If you're ordering from a dealer if you're ordering out of state, like if you order from us, you would need to order that so we can make sure we put it on your vehicle. Also, we have bed cargo nets that are on the order guide that are available, horizontal or a vertical one. So horizontal would kind of lay over it. So if there's something in there, you just want to kind of spread that over it so it doesn't come out. And then the vertical one is gonna go, kind of go this way, so that way we can go in between some of those hooks, and you can put that in there. We also have, which I haven't seen before, but this bed hooks, retractable by Bull Accessories. They're black. It says it's not available with the Super Crew 5.5 foot bed, so this will be available for your Super Cab versions. Again, I haven't seen this in person, but it is an option, as well as the bed tailgate lock by McGuard. Now, this is basically what this means is that if you want to have your tailgate down, the tailgate can be removed. So if you want the tailgate down, you want someone to take that on you, you can have a tailgate lock on it, so they can't do that. So that's what that's for. And then we do have the decal on the back. They're saying there is a decal tailgate black. It says not available with the STX black appearance package, but it's available. So if you want to make maybe that STX badge black, then you can do that. All right. And then a couple others. We do have a pivot box, a pivot storage box by Undercover, right hand side. And it's not available with your tonneau covers, with your hard or your retractable tonneau cover, I should say, and not available with, it says bed divider and bed extender, which is actually not even shown on the order guide, which is funny. But this will swing out, put things in it, and swing back and locks into place. So it kind of stores in that little around your wheel well. Also, we do have the Sport Liner by Bedrug. So if you want a bed rug, this is an option. You can do that. That is a dealer installed option as well. And then a tailgate and dampening system, basically a strut, so that when you let go and once, if you want to just drop it, then it'll come down slowly for you. So anyway, so that's also available too. So that's all of the things that Ford did not have on their building price. It is on the order guide. Should be orderable if you want on that, as well as some different recommendations that I have on what you should and shouldn't get on your build. So there's all of our standard equipment. There's that FX4 equipment group, as well as a couple different packages available, including STX Black appearance package and those tow haul package and the new mobile office package. Plus all the standalone options, as well as some things that Ford doesn't have on there. Hopefully helped you out, gave you some information. If you're wanting to put in an order with your dealer, don't forget, go find a good local dealer, and they can place your order for you. And hopefully this video helped you out with that information. Now, if you're placing that order, a couple helpful tips that I want to give you. Go in when you place that order. You might ask just a couple questions so you have no secrets or nothing, no surprises, I should say, when that vehicle comes in. And that is ask them what they're going to price the vehicle for you. Hey, when that vehicle comes in, what are we going to be on price wise? We can see the MSRP, but what are you going to base it above and below MSRP? Get that information, get that in writing. I know that from Ford, you're supposed to COVP the order, which means that you have to have a couple of different things signed for Ford, for the dealership to submit that. And one of those is the signature on the order guide, or the order sheet, I should say, with your name, address, and information, as well as a buyer's order. And that's a good thing to say, hey, here's what you're going to pay. Here's what your dealer fee is going to be. Here's what else we're going to add. Tell them to put all that on there, say, because when that comes in, that's what I expect to pay. And then ask them, do you know about price protection? Because if they might say, well, we can't guarantee that price, because the price, Ford has the price go up from the time you order and the time it comes in, could be more, then that's something you need to be aware of, because Ford is actually price protecting the vehicle to what it is when you order the vehicle. It's simple. It's an easy concept. And basically what the price was when you ordered the vehicle with Ford is the price that Ford is going to charge you. If they raise the price, they're going to reimburse the dealership that difference. So the dealership shouldn't charge you any more than the price it was when you ordered the vehicle. And the incentives the same way. If there's some really good incentives right now in 2024 F-150, those get locked in as well. So basically you can either take the incentives of what they are when the vehicle comes in, or what it was when you're available. That's called protect date. So they choose a protect date in Smart Vincent, and that shows them those incentives versus incentives that it is when it comes in. That's called the sale date. So you get to pick your incentives of which works best for you. And that's a couple things that Ford does to make sure the customers are getting what they have when they order the vehicle. So just keep that in mind. Just for instance, for us, if you want to order with us, we're doing $1,000 below MSRP. Also, if you want to finance a vehicle with us at standard rates, we'll also throw in another $1,000 towards shipping costs. So if you want to have it shipped from us to you, or if you want to travel expenses, we'll pay for up to $1,000 of your flight, your gas, and hotel getting you back home. So that's something that's what we're offering. We have a $495 dealer fee. Nothing else is added to the vehicle. If you are out of state, then of course, the sales tax will be you have to pay within your state, which we can figure into your financing if you want, and cut you a check back, so you don't have to have that out of pocket if you don't want to. So a couple different things if you want to order through us. Again, you don't have to. That's not what this video is about. Hopefully it does help you out, give you some information so you know what's included on an STX trim. And hopefully I'm kind of excited about this trim level. So it'll be a nice seeing that in there instead of as a package on a trim level. They're trying to make things a little more simple. And this is a way for them to do that. So hopefully you did like the video. If you did, smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. If you like this one, you might like some of our others. We're working our way through all the different trim levels. XLT is next, so make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have that notification bell turned on so you don't miss any of these videos in this series. And at the end of this video, as well as all the videos on the F-150, we're going to have that recommended playlist, and that is all the 2024 F-150 videos, all these complete guide videos, as well as a couple videos from the Detroit Auto Show. So check those videos out in that playlist. And until the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you guys on that next video.